today, y'all. I just went through one of them dark nights of the soul, whatever the fudge you want to call it. No, actually, I'm gonna get comfortable. I don't give a shit. Like I'm in my own house. The fuck? No, I've gone through these a couple of times in life, which is why I already know it's gonna be fine. Like when I get into these episodes, the really deep valleys of the internal desert of hopelessness, and I think some people will call it depression. I have noticed such a pattern in life. So like when it gets to this level of pitch black hell, internal wilderness, you know, when Jesus gets tempted in the desert, in the wilderness, when you have to face the darkest parts of yourself, when you are questioning your very existence, and you hold yourself, like when you know how to hold yourself in those moments, when you crawl your way out of it and you come on the other side, the reward is always worth it. And it's been like this for like a week now, or for a little while now, where it got like really heavy, like really truly so fucking heavy. And you know, it, for me personally, my internal world is very much up and down. Like I am not a stable person in the sense of stoic. Like I'm not flat. I feel a lot. I feel a lot all the time. You can contribute that to just me as a person, that I'm a woman, our hormones, our cycles, all of that's whatever. My ADHD, PT, whatever the fuck you want to label that shit as, I don't care. It just is what it is. I am not like a straight line of emotions. It goes very much up and down. But the thing is, when I get into the wilderness of absolute despair, and you know how to hold yourself in the moment, you know how to know that you're just gonna be going through it for a little while. It is such a freaking testament to your ability to ride through the worst storms and knowing you'll be okay at the end. In the middle of it though, it feels like it's a never ending thing. It feels like you'll never get out. It feels like there's no hope. There's no reason for anything. There's like, why? The whole biggest question of why? What the fuck is this for? And what am I even doing? Because when you've been working so intensely and you sacrifice as much as I have, when you've been through the amount of fucking shit that I have, sometimes when you continue, like there is no stopping for me. Like there has not been a moment of rest, which is why certain things have happened, because I've never really rested ever. So when I get into these deep sense of absolute despair, it's kind of like, why on earth would you carry me all this way, God? Why would you give me all this talent? Why would you give me all these ideas if I am not supposed to see them through? If I'm not supposed to create it, why is it even in my frequency? Why is it, or like, why is it in my mind? Why do I constantly see it if you're not gonna help me do it? Because it's not like, oh, I don't have any ideas, or oh, I'm not creative, or oh, I don't want to do something. It's like there are certain limitations in the now based upon what I can invest in, or whatever, like whatever the fuck it may be. There's certain limitations at certain times, but I know that God always like finds a way. I don't always have to do it, even though I forget it mentally. And I just got out of this super dark place where it's just like there's no bumble clap point, because I don't understand why the man about would I carry me for go through all of this and then now me just still sit down in this place like I feel like me now bumble clock move, like me feel stuck. You understand? Me feel like me now move forward in a bumble clock life and it's frustrating and it get dark. You understand? Like it get dark. Cause why, Father God, you give me all of this and all know me I struggle for make certain things and I feel like me I force it, like me feel like me just me I go through mud, quicksand, fire, me I crawl out my bumble clock way mentally, physically. All like me have to go through every fucking day, me have to go through something to make certain things happen. Me have to stand in on some things and sort out certain things I'm gonna have to deal with. And yet here I am. And yesterday it clicked for me. And it was so interesting because it was like a switch of, because so skirt. I know that when I go through this, like at some point it's going to switch. At some point the pendulum is going to swing the other way, because that is being the pattern. The evidence, the pattern suggests that at some point it's going to get better. It's going to turn around. The pressure is going to ease. Whatever comes after such hell is heaven. After rain comes sun, blah blah, you know, all of that. So that means that the pendulum, after it has swung all the way over this, when I have been at the lowest of lows, I will get to the highest of highs. So that is kind of what's getting me through. Yesterday it clicked where it was like, ah, there it is. And I know it was such a release moment where I was like, ah, shit, here we go. And sometimes you gotta learn to use perceived negative emotions for good. So one of the things that also like reminded me yesterday was like me spiteful, like me, I'm salty, I'm spiteful in the ways of stubbornness. You understand? So I will be fucking damned if all those motherfuckers who ever said you're dreaming too big, you're never gonna achieve that, you need me to do this, you're not gonna be able to do that without me, that's unrealistic, I don't believe in this, you should do something else, like all of that shit, I fucking refuse. All those people who have seen me grow, seen me do this, seen me going after all the fucking things that I want to fucking want, it survived every fucking spiritual attack, because that's what this felt like. It felt like a spiritual attack. It has felt like for a minute it was, I feel like the devil himself come after me, understand? So I will be fucking insane and mental to not think God is gonna get me through this. And I refuse to let the devil win. I refuse to let demons win. This is why like dancing with them demons rather than trying to run away from them has been something that I had to learn, because the way that you get tested in those moments, are you going to be fearful knowing full well who is in control? Nope. Like, I'm not afraid. It's more of a, I'm just gonna allow, because I know it's gonna pass. This is just a test for me to pass in this moment. I am not afraid. I'm just acknowledging that this is one of them little seasons. It's one of the little windfalls. It's one of those moments where I have to face whatever is happening. I have to stand in it. I have to hold myself. I gotta walk myself through it with the grace of God himself, because there is no fucking way, you know, that I have made it this far only to come this far. I fucking refuse. I'm stubborn, you know, I'm fucking stubborn. So I refuse. I fucking refuse. There is no fucking way that I have come this far only to come this far. I have done and survived too much for me to give up or let anyone who doubted be right. Spiteful. I will use my spite and my stubbornness for something good. I just, regardless of how deep and dark it gets, I refuse for that to be it. Like that, there's just no way. There's no way that I have 100% success rate in surviving this fucking shit. And now is where I fail. Because that's the thing, you know, if you're hearing this and if you're seeing this, you have 100% success rate of surviving whatever the fuck you've been through, because you're here. Have you made mistakes? Maybe. Has it been easy? No, because it's not fucking easy facing the bumbleclad devil. It's not easy. It's not easy facing yourself. It's not easy acknowledging, holding yourself in the midst of what feels like a personal hell. It's not fucking easy. It is the hardest. When you are on the floor crying to God, it is hard. When you're asking and quarreling and screaming at God for help, when you get so humble that you get on your knees to recognize who is Lord and who has authority over this world, that's not an easy thing. We get so caught up in this materialistic world. We get so caught up in whatever the fuck is going on here. Who gets to dictate? Who rules this? Who rules this world? Who makes laws? When the Creator created everything. And I believe that when you're destined for something beyond even your comprehension, even if your soul, like your soul, I feel like your soul knows, which is why it's carrying you. It's why God has anointed you to do this specific thing in your life. Some people's calling is higher. Some people's testimony is going to be more profound in the sense of this certain type of challenges they have to overcome in order to have that testimony. That does not mean that anyone is better than anyone. It just means that the testimony that you will have is going to be different than other people's, because you had to crawl your fucking way out of something that someone else might not have been able to. And yesterday it clicked for me. It released. I've been going through it for a couple of days. It was so heavy, and I was just like, wee. I was praying. I was crying to God. I was like, I need divine intervention right now. Jesus, I need you, God. I need you, Hashem. Please, I am begging. And I know that, okay, He is never forsaking me, and He never will. But I also need to hold myself. So here on this plane, in this timing, I need to hold me, which is, it's because the world will say whatever the fuck they want about you. Anyone can say anything. Their perception will lead the way of how they speak about you, how they see you, but you cannot see yourself through their eyes, because you will always be insecure if you're gonna get and seek validation from other people. If someone has not walked a day in your fucking shoes, if they have not survived though the fuck you have survived, they don't get a fucking say. They can critique you and they can have their personal opinions. That's fine. Who gives a shit though? I am so fucking done with that. And I think it's something that happens. We have a tribe mentality, a sense of community, regardless of what that community is. I know my angels get me, but like as a global community, obviously some people will not. And you have to be so fucking comfortable holding yourself so you don't put yourself in someone else's hands. If you put yourself in someone else's hand, you're giving them way too much fucking power for that. That is insane. I had it was like a new layer of darkness these last couple of days. And yesterday, when it released, it felt like the most heavy spiritual attack I have been under for a long time. It was so insane. Like it was mental, literally. But I don't believe everything is spiritual. So those attacks were serious enough. And I just kept holding on to the very fact that this isn't the first time, probably won't be the last. I have survived every other time. My job here is not done. I have so many other things that I need to do, create. I have my testimony needs to be shared. The amount of people that connect and feel validated through my authenticity, my story, and the fact that I am and how I'm sharing it is just a reminder that God has put me here to speak. He gave me my mouth to speak, my eyes to see, my ears to listen. So I just want this to serve as the reminder that whatever the fuck you're going through right now, whatever it is, I don't know what it is, but we're all going through something. I see it in the collective, and I see it in people around me, or like there's specific struggles for, you know, the specific people. It's not all the same in every arena or theme or whatever, but everyone is going through something that is reforming them, old beliefs, relationships, limiting beliefs of whatever it may be, friendships, family. Like there's something going on, and wherever things need to be shaken up, that's really where it's, and that obviously that's a personal journey, but mine right now was served as the greatest reminder of who the Lord is, and who I am, and what the fuck I've been through, and what I have allowed and what I will not, what I am capable of perceived limitations, the fact that the devil has no hold on me, that the only one in the greatest authority is God. It reminded me that my testimony is greater than whatever challenges I'm going through right now, that where there is a will, there is a way, and I don't see the path. I don't know where the fuck and how the fuck I'm gonna get to where I know that I need to be or going. I just know that if God has put it on my heart, I must keep walking, and I cannot see. I feel like I'm still in the wilderness of like just walking, but I have to walk by trust, by faith, by obedience, really, and not by my sight, not by letting emotions win, not by doubt, not by fear, not by lack, not by challenges, not by none of that. Burn all of that. And I'm not saying it's never going to come back, or I won't go through another cycle of this. I think this is just like a part of the human experience, really. But it's been a minute since it was this heavy. And I think anytime that happens is a reminder. So let this be a reminder for you, because whenever I'm going through something, I feel like it's my obligation and my purpose to share it so that someone else needed to hear it. So let me fucking remind you, as I said, 100% success rate in surviving whatever the fuck has come your way this far, which means you have more tools, more experience, more knowledge, more trust in self and God to carry you through whatever this is. Whatever your situation is right now, keep going. Keep going. The pendulum always swings. When it has gone so fucking bad, just know the return of that is going to be the greatest. When you have been at your lowest, you will be at the highest. When everything is taken away from you, everything can be rebuilt. When everything is crashed, it can be rebuilt. When everything is torn to the ground, the foundation can be built back stronger. Whenever it is something that has happened that has broken you into pieces, you'll be put together in different ways that will make you more resilient. Okay? Trust that there is a reason and a purpose for it. Learn how to hold yourself. And I'm like, if you have people around you that you know that you can lean on, for the love of God, know that God uses other people to bless you and to help you in your moments. You don't have to go through things alone. Like, yes, you have God, but if you have even one friend or a family member that you can trust wholeheartedly without judgment, that can hold space for you, lean on that person. Be honest about it or whatever is happening. Without my family, like without my sisters, don't know where the fuck I would have been, in complete honesty. But I think there is a valuable lesson in holding yourself in the moments of total breakdown, of total disaster, of total collapse of self, when it feels like your chest is about to be ripped out, your heart is breaking, your mental is crushed. That is when you hold yourself. That is when you make space for whatever is happening. That is when you hold yourself and learn to trust yourself, because you got you. You got you. First of all, God got you. So that's going to be fine. He knows you can do this. So you got to know that you can do this. And I feel like that's where the lessons and reminders is for now. So I just wanted to share that, because that has my last 24 hours of this remembrance, revelation, and reconnection. Whoo! I was like, okay, fuck that shit, let's go. And it was beautiful, because that's what I'm saying. Like, the lowest of low will lead to the highest of highs. So yeah, just keep going. Trust. Keep going, please. I beg of you, because there is something that you're meant to go through, to share, and to help others know that you can. Okay, that's really the word for today. Short and sweet, straight to the point. You got this. Comment something that you've gone through and that you survived, so other people can see that they too shall be fine. And yeah, I'm jumping into other creative things right now. I just wanted to share that it was so, like, it was just pulsating inside of me to get out. So yeah. Let's go. I love you, angels. See you next time.